J.Grant Thompson, up-and-coming producer, singer, songwriter out of the Washington, D.C. area. I'm 28 years old. Most importantly, I'm a willing vessel for the Lord, and we're here to discuss the greater.
Open my mind to think greater. Open my heart to love greater. Open my life to live greater for the greater.
What inspired the greater?
The greater was inspired, actually, we were in Bible study one night at Church of Rock Praise Factory, where my father's the pastor. And one night out of Bible study, God birthed a song right before we went into Bible study. We normally do praise and worship. And God just gave me the song right there on the spot. And I just clearly heard the words, the greater. And I know personally at that time what I wanted to see in my life was greater for myself. What I wanted to, what I wanted to be in life was greater. So it was just open my eyes to see greater, open my heart to love greater, open my mind to think greater. Like all the things that we do on a daily basis, I just wanted to know, how could I do it better? And it was just tapping into that place in God, which is the greater.
How did you establish yourself in music?
Music was birthed inside of me from the beginning. It wasn't until my father started pastoring that I really established myself as a musician. I played drums all the way up until the point that the church started, and then when my father started the church, he was like, "You're gonna play keyboard." From being at my grandmother's house, my grandmother would play records continuously all the time, gospel records. And from my father's where I really got my love for jazz, R&B, funk. But I remember distinctively CDs like Mint Condition CDs, Tony Braxton's first CD. Those were CDs that shaped my ear for music because that's where I was learning production. Even though I didn't know that's what I wanted to do at the time, I was learning those aspects of music through stuff like that. And I would say that's where I established myself in music.
In my life, I want to know you in all of your ways.
I want to see you moving in my life. I want to know you in all of your ways.
I want to see
you moving in my life. I want to know you.
How was the greater showing up in your life?
With God being the greater, He's shown up in my life tremendously. I'm able to show up polished like I am today because of the greater. I'm able to convey what God means to me through song, through the preached word, through whatever it is that He asks me to do. I'm willing to do that, and that's how the greater shows up in me today. Open my eyes to the greater. Don't come into you, greater.
Where do you see the greater go?
Honestly, I don't even have a set place for it to go. I just want God to take it where He wants it to be. And by that, I mean, I want to see it go to the masses. Not only hearing the message, but adopting it and make it something of their own. I think that's where I really want to see it go.
greater is you, oh God. The greater is you. The greater is you, oh God. The greater is you. The greater is you, oh God. The greater is you.
What is the message that you feel God is trying to allow you to convey?
The message that I really hear the Lord saying is everything that you need, everything that you want, or everything that you can be to somebody else, let me be it through you. So what you think, I want you to think how I think. What you say, I want you to say what it is that I want to say. What it is that you see it through my eyes or see it through a godly perspective. He has a direct impact on the way that we think. Open up and just be as great as possible. But the only way that you can reach pure greatness is by reaching for God. What greater way to reach greatness than reaching the greater one that's inside of you? So I want everybody to realize the greatness that lies inside of them, and that greatness is God.
Greater is you, the greater is you.
What did it take to make the greater? Well, like I said, it started off as a song in Bible study, and then it transformed and evolved from there to a song that we sung at my church. It wasn't until after I sung the song at my school, the school that I work at, Thomas G. Pook, it was something to see children as young as 6 years old, all the way up until the eighth grade, connect to the lyrics of this song. So after that, I said, this has to be something that the world hears. So that night, we cut the demo for the greater, and me and my team, I couldn't do this without my team. Crystal Belfield, Shanita Belfield, Marcellus Saddam, those are the people who are singing background on it. So it started with just the four of us. I laid the piano part down, and then we all went in and we laid the vocals over it. After that, I played it for my musicians, and they were like, okay, we're ready and eager to get on it. So that's when Jeremy Thompson, Ronnie Collins, William Thompson, and Nate Foley, he was the one who played guitar on it, and once they heard it, they could all connect to the message of the song. And it was from that very inception, or that very start of the process, we could see the handiwork of God because it sounded so clear, and it wasn't to any work of our own. So that's how the greater came about.
You did a great job. You gotta hear when you send those hands